How good is ChatGPT for branding? Really, can it capture the essence of my brand and generate some powerful messaging? Or will it spit out some generic fluff? Well, yesterday I gave it a shot and I asked ChatGPT to act as a branding consultant. The results were surprisingly good. And I believe the secret is to provide the right context, but also to ask the right questions. I want to show you what I asked, the prompts that I used, and how I guided it to get to a brand messaging that actually worked for Team Rondi. And hopefully, after watching this tutorial, you too can get the best out of ChatGPT when it comes to branding. Right, let's start with setting up the stage here. The first thing you should know is the version of ChatGPT I am going to be using for this conversation. I'm here on my GPT Plus account, so the paid account, but I used the GPT 4.0 model, which is a model available to all users. So if you're a free user, you can also access this same model, okay? The second thing is that I have compiled all of the prompts I'm going to be using in this tutorial and made them available to you so that you don't have to take notes while watching this video. And you will find that presentation via the link in the description of the video. So if you enjoy that, just leave me a like and we are even. And then the third and last thing before we jump in is the outcomes I was trying to achieve. I believe it's important to have them clearly in mind to understand where I was going with this conversation. So first, an elevator pitch. What is that? Well, when you go to a networking event and you meet somebody new that you don't know and they ask you, hey, what do you do? That's your elevator pitch. Like, what do you answer to the what do you do question? So I felt like I needed a new way to introduce myself. Usually I say I'm a YouTuber and I create content about Canva. Oh yeah, I love Canva. Okay, so that's usually how it goes. But I feel like with Team Rondi, we now go beyond Canva. It's not just about Canva. We teach about other things as well. So I felt like we needed to update that way we introduce ourselves. So that's the first one, elevator pitch. Second, a new way to start our videos. When we say, hey guys, I'm Ronnie and I'm your go-to Canva guru. That's something I've been using quite a lot. Ronnie here, your go-to Canva guru. Welcome to our channel. Well, that is also something I would love to change, to reflect that it's not just Canva anymore. It's more than just Canva. It's other tools as well. Our YouTube channel description is the third outcome I was after. Okay, how do we rebrand that channel? The name, Design with Canva. Should we keep that? Should we evolve that? That's something I asked ChatGPT yesterday. And finally, fourth is our Facebook page description. So similar to our YouTube channel, kind of want to update my Facebook page. The Facebook page is not Team Rondi, it's Ronnie Hermosa. So there's a slight difference between personal branding and business brand. But yeah, I have asked all of this in our conversation. All right, now that you know what tools I'm going to use and what I'm trying to achieve, it's time to get started. I wasn't sure how to start this conversation with ChatGPT. Should I just go ahead and provide a bunch of context and start giving it like the full story of my brand? That seems like a tedious exercise. So I decided to ask it for some advice on how to start the conversation. And I used this exact prompt. How should I prepare ChatGPT before I ask it to help me with a brand refresh? What kind of information should I provide in my initial prompt? I thought that was a clever way to start. So I got my answer divided into 5 points, okay? ChatGPT told me, all right, so here is a checklist of the key information to include in your initial prompt. Number 1, your current brand identity. That includes your brand name, your core message, your target audience, your brand personality, and your visual identity. Next, the why behind the refresh. Why are we going through this exercise of rebranding, of refreshing your brand? Did you encounter any challenges? Do you have specific goals in mind that you want to achieve with this rebrand? So I thought that was a good point to keep in mind. Number 3, vision for the future. What is the new direction you want to take with that business? How do you want the refreshed brand to be perceived? Is there any shift in the way you speak, like your tone of voice? Any changes in the messaging style or the tone of voice? And then the target audience update. Are you trying to resonate with a new target audience? So these, again, very interesting questions. Then 4, competitors and inspiration. So competitors customers, who are your key competitors and how do they present themselves? Or inspiration, are there any brands you admire and want to emulate? And then 5 is the deliverables. Okay, so that's exactly why I listed the desired outcomes I was trying to get out of this exercise. It's time to list them. So the brand assets, what do you need? And then the timeline, like how quickly do you need that refresh? Which I believe this one last bit is not that important. So with that, I was able to have a good canvas to work with because I knew kind of these things, but I wasn't sure how to start like feeding them to ChatGPT. So now that I have that base, I guess my job is to get in there and start feeding the information to ChatGPT. But I wanted to do it in a way that feels kind of like a conversation, not just me replying to this one answer with all of the points. You know, it would be quite a tedious exercise. So I followed up with this prompt. I said, thanks. Yeah, I'm a polite guy. Now, I want you to play the role of the branding expert who will help me with that task. Start by asking me questions to figure out what you suggested in your previous answer. Sometimes I will provide existing material, and sometimes I'll simply ask you to skip a question. Go ahead. So what I did here is that I asked ChatGPT to act as something, to act as someone. This is a very powerful technique that will just put ChatGPT in the right mindset, if you wish. So here's what came after that. ChatGPT responded, awesome, let's dive in. I'll ask you a series of questions and you can share as much or as little you'd like. Let's start with the basics. So point number 1, the current brand identity. It's going back to the 5 points. What's the name of your current brand? And what's your brand's primary mission or tagline? So I think that was good because it gave me only 2 questions. They are quite precise, so I don't need to go all over the place here. All right, so what I did here, I started with a very small description. Our brand is called Team Rondi. It stands for Ronnie and Diana, the 2 content creators / educators who are the faces of our brand. Our current tagline, as per what's on our website's homepage, is the following. So instead of reinventing a tagline or whatever or describing it, what I did is I went to our website and I just copied this piece of text right here because this is something we have carefully brainstormed, written, rewritten, and put this into the hand of our copywriter in the team. And she helped us come with and craft this tagline right here, this main value proposition, really. So I copied that and I came back to ChatGPT to paste it here. So that's what you see right here. And I'm going to read it from the website. It looks better here. From content creators to content entrepreneurs. And this is teamrondi.com, our official website. So get ready for a wild ride exploring tools like Canva and generative AI. Boost your skills, find some inspiration, and leverage our best tips to turn creativity into cash. Guaranteed no BS, only some actionable nuggets of wisdom straight from our own business journey. So that's exactly what I pasted here, and I launched the prompt. You see the memory updated. So this is a new thing about GPT-4o. It has a better memory, so you can actually see when you hover over the memory updated tag here, you can see what has been updated. And you can manage the memory as well. You can go here and see and delete some information if you don't feel good about it anymore, okay? So that is a new feature that I find very useful about GPT-4o. So the process of collecting the information goes on. It said, got it. I love how your tagline reflects your entrepreneurial journey while keeping things fun and practical. Let's move forward. And so here it asks me information about our target audience, who is your current target audience, and our brand personality. How would you describe the personality or tone of your brand? And that is good because I already had some information about all of that. Okay, so my answer to this is our target audience, mostly entrepreneurs, small business owners, apprentice designers or Canva designers, non-profit organizations, freelancers, and creatives of all sorts. So this is me trying to kind of give ChatGPT a good idea of who I am talking to. This is a very important part of the conversation because then it will craft the message for this specific audience. And then because it guided me in the question right here, age, profession, location, interest. I added some additional information here. The bulk of that audience is between 25 and 44. This is data I grabbed from our YouTube channel analytics. It's equally divided between men and women, with 25% from the US, then about 15% from India, and then other English-speaking countries. All of that data comes from YouTube, but it could come from anywhere else if you have information about your own audience. Then I give it some information about our brand personality. So here is a description I wrote recently. So this right here, you are Ronnie, an expert copywriter with an extended knowledge about personal branding, visual communication. It said all of this comes from a previous prompt I made with ChatGPT, asking it to summarize my tone of voice. So I actually created a video about this, and I'm going to leave that video right here so you can watch it later if you want. But basically what you will see in this video is me feeding ChatGPT a bunch of pages that I wrote, the script of one of my courses, and I asked it to analyze my tone of voice. So it came up with this description that I pasted here. So here is a precise description of Ronnie's writing style, voice, and tone. So style, voice, and tone. And you can actually also do this with Canva. I believe you'll need a Canva Pro account to do this. But when you use Magic Write, Canva's version of ChatGPT, you can write in a specific voice. And you can create that voice by simply pasting a chunk of text, and ChatGPT will analyze that, or Canva's Magic Write will analyze that and tell you your voice is this. Okay, and you can save that voice, put it in your brand kit, and actually use that voice when you use and actually write in that voice when you use Magic Write. So let's come back to our conversation here, because I don't want to digress too much, because this is very powerful and I want you to get the most out of it. So memory updated, it's kind of soaked in all of that information, and then it proceeded. Ask me about the challenges and goals for this brand refresh. What's driving the need for a brand refresh? Why are we doing this? And then what specific goals do you have for the refresh? Like, what am I aiming to achieve? So here I didn't have a canned answer that I could just feed it. So I just went on and think about it. And I came up with these 3 points right here. So the reasons why we need this refresh. Number one, we want to extend what we teach beyond just Canva, adding other useful tools to the mix, like ChatGPT, Leonardo AI, maybe CapCut, the Affinity Suite. So far, our brand and content have been heavily focused on just Canva. That's point number one. Point number two, we observe our YouTube tutorials are getting less views and less traction. So we want to try something new, fresh, and offer more to our existing audience. So this is something that happens on YouTube. It's up and down. Right now, it happens to be a bit down. We have less traction, less views than before. So we want to react. We want to do something about it, not just sit there and wait for it to go back up, because it might never go back up. And three, the tech is evolving and we would like to explore new opportunities. New tools could mean brand new content opportunities for free tutorials on YouTube, but also paid content for Udemy and Skillshare. So we want to embrace the fact that there are so many new tools that are becoming increasingly powerful and create content about this. There are people out there, an audience who is craving for some quality tutorials about these new tools. So we see in that an opportunity, and I wanted to explain that to ChatGPT right here in our conversation. After that, we went through point 5, vision for the future, and 6, competitor and inspiration. I provided some more information here. You can pause the video and read that if you want. So that's point 5. This was point 6 about our competitors. Give it a few names of like other entrepreneurs that inspired me, namely Gary Vee, Seth Godin, MKBHD, and give it a reason of why I admire these people. So it understands also kind of what are my aspirations. And then after the last memory updates, it asks me, what do you need out of this? What are the specific assets we are trying to refresh for your brand? Do you need a new logo, a new website overall, update social media templates? What is it? And do you have a timeline in mind? So I just pasted here the assets I wanted ChatGPT to help me craft. First, elevator pitch for an in-person meetings. What do you do? You know, the question. Value proposition. That's 2. A one-liner for opening our YouTube videos. 3, a YouTube channel description. for Facebook page description. And I also added like a Skillshare and Udemy bio, but then I kind of gave up on this because I was already in that long conversation yesterday with ChatGPT. And I think that conversation went on for at least a good hour. So I thought, okay, maybe the Skillshare and Udemy bio could be for another time, another project, another tutorial, right? So for all of these, I can provide the current versions and you can help me refresh them, all right? So that was my prompt right here. To which ChatGPT answered, perfect. We can tackle these one by one. Whenever you're ready, feel free to share the current versions of any of these assets and we'll start polishing them up. Where do you want to begin? So we were finally ready. ChatGPT had been primed correctly. It has all the context, all the information. It knows exactly where we are trying to get. So hopefully now we can start prompting away and getting some good results. Where do you want to begin? Well, let's start with the elevator pitch. How do I answer the what do you do question in networking events? All right, that is something important to me. I realized, and this is a very important one to practice, guys, because the way you answer that question in real life, like in a physical event, really will open or close the conversation. I noticed that. So I want to start with this. ChatGPT, awesome. Here's a framework for a strong elevator pitch that covers the basics while keeping it engaging. So the elevator pitch structure, it gives me a bit of theory about what elevator pitch are all about, how they should be structured. Who are you? Start by introducing yourself or your brand briefly. What do you do? Explain your core offering in a simple, relatable way. Who you help? How do you do it? And why it matters. Okay, so that's kind of like a theoretical explanation of what an elevator pitch should be. So here's a draft elevator pitch tailored for you. Hi, I'm Ronnie from Team Rondi. We are experienced content entrepreneurs who help small business owners, freelancers, and creatives build profitable digital businesses. Through our YouTube tutorials and online courses, we teach powerful tools like Canva, ChatGPT, and more, showing people how to turn their creativity into cash. What sets us apart is that we've walked this path ourselves and we know what works, not just in theory, but in practice. Right, so that was the first answer I got from ChatGPT for my elevator pitch. And to be honest, I was like, oh, dude, this is going in the wrong direction. I'm getting the usual fluff that is not applicable to real life. Like I don't see myself ever saying something like this to the question, what do you do? I answered, that version is pretty good, but often we need a much shorter answer when we meet someone. I feel like this version is good, but maybe not as the first answer we give. How can we boil that down to a one-liner? Okay, I need that sharp one-liner that explains what I do. So memory updated, got it. Here is a shorter version that is punchy and easy to use as a first answer when meeting someone. I'm Ronnie from Team Rondi. We teach entrepreneurs and creatives how to use powerful tools like Canva and AI to build profitable digital businesses. And then it adds, this keeps it clear and concise while highlighting the key points, who you help, what you do, and how you do it. You can expand with more details if the conversation continues. How does that feel? And I thought this was okay, but still felt a bit dry, okay? And also something I noticed through my years of presenting myself, like the recent years mostly, is that when I said something about YouTube, it kind of spoke the interest of the person who was listening and asking the question. When you say I'm a YouTuber, oh, all of a sudden they have 1,000 follow-up questions. The reason I'm showing you this specific back and forth is to show you the power of iteration, of steering the conversation into the direction you want it to move. All right, that's what you absolutely need to do with ChatGPT. So I followed up with this, maybe something that would intrigue the person we talk to, spark their interest, and make them want to ask more questions. To which ChatGPT answered, that's a good idea. In order to spark curiosity and prompt follow-up question, we can leave some intrigue while still mentioning the key aspect. Here is a more intriguing one-liner. So it goes like this. I help entrepreneurs and creatives turn their ideas into income using tools like Canva and AI. Want to hear how? So I didn't like this one. And I give it the reason in my follow-up prompt here. I said, we are getting closer, but I feel like this one gets too close to the making money niche, which I don't want to be associated with. I don't want to be one of these persons like, hey, I help you make money online. I help you make 5,000 a day or a month or whatever. I don't want to get into that. I don't want this to be associated with our brand. And I wanted to make that clear so we don't go down that road with the rest of the conversation. To which it said, got it. I understand wanting to steer clear from the make money niche. Let's focus more on the creative and entrepreneurial journey aspect while still keeping it intriguing. Here's a revised version. I help entrepreneurs and creatives unlock the potential of tools like Canva and AI to grow their digital businesses. Curious to know more? And then it gives me some reason why we got there. To which I answered, okay, not bad. Is there a way we can smoosh entrepreneurs and creatives together to only have one word that represents our target audience? See, because it says, I help entrepreneurs and creatives. My point is I'm trying to make this one-liner as short as possible and as easy to digest as possible. So I asked it, can we just find like one word that defines the audience? It said, yes, if you want to combine entrepreneurs and creatives, you can use terms like creators or makers, which imply both creativity and entrepreneurship. Here's a version that fuses both groups. And that's what I love about using ChatGPT for these kinds of brainstorming. Like in an instant, it can really refine the messaging to some levels that we only with our human brain, we don't have all of that information so readily available. Okay, so here is the new version. I help creators unlock the potential of tools like Canva and AI to grow their digital businesses. Curious to know more? Like the last part, like the question part, I really didn't like, but I didn't even mention it because I think it was like not worth mentioning. So I answered the following. I help creators unlock the potential of tools like Canva and AI to grow their digital businesses. Now, something that really generates follow-up questions is the mention of YouTube. People love to hear that I'm a YouTuber. Can you think of ways to incorporate that keyword in the pitch? So this is me coming back at it. And also that's another thing I love about these conversations and brainstorms with ChatGPT. Like you can ask as many questions as you want. You can change your mind as many times as you want. If I was talking to an agency and coming up with some new information again and again and again, there would be a point where they would say, okay, look, Ronnie, we have worked way beyond our initial agreement here. What you're asking is just too much. This will cost you that much more if you want more variations, right? This doesn't happen with ChatGPT, so you might as well just enjoy that opportunity and ask as much as you need and change your mind and iterate as much as you need. Okay, so absolutely, mentioning YouTube will definitely pique interest and spark follow-up questions. And then it gave me, again, a revised pitch. I help creators unlock the potential of tools like Canva and AI to grow their digital businesses through my YouTube channel, which was a pretty good pitch. So, okay, give me a few alternatives to this one. We are getting very close. And this is important. If you feel like you're getting really close to what you're trying to achieve, tell it. Because if I had just asked for some alternatives, it might have gone in a completely different direction. But by me adding, we are getting very close, this indicates to ChatGPT that, okay, now I need to iterate on this, but I need to stay within that lane, very narrow lane. So there you go. It gave me 4 alternatives to this one pitch. Okay, I teach creators how to use tools like Canva and AI to build their digital businesses, mostly through my YouTube channel, and then some variations of that. So these all keep the YouTube mention central while focusing on what you do. Do any of these hit the mark for you? And I said, okay, got it. Let's stick with these 2 versions of my elevator pitch, a long one and a short one. So for the long one, I decided to keep what it originally suggested. Hi, I'm Ronnie from Team Rondi. We are experienced content entrepreneurs who help small business owners, freelancers, and creatives build profitable digital businesses. Through our YouTube tutorials and online courses, we teach powerful tools like Canva, ChatGPT, and more, showing people how to turn their creativity into cash. What sets us apart is that we've walked this path ourselves and we know what works, not just in theory, but in practice. So this is good, but I don't see myself using that in a spoken conversation. Now, this could be a good bio for a webinar or, like author or presenter bio. So that's why I decided to keep it, okay, as the long version. And the short form is we teach creators how to use tools like Canva and AI to build their digital businesses, mostly through our YouTube channel and online courses. So this is my final version of my elevator pitch. So I was pretty happy about this and I kind of saw a light that, okay, this is actually working. So let's dive deeper and move on to the other assets I'm trying to generate for my brand. And the next one was this YouTube opening, the way I introduce myself in my YouTube tutorials, okay? So ChatGPT kind of invited me to move on with the conversation, and this is my prompt. Okay, let's move on to the value proposition for opening our YouTube videos. I currently start my videos this way. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Ronnie, your go-to Canva guru. And I like how this sounds. It's quite catchy, but it limits me to only Canva. Okay, so this was my prompt. And here's the reaction. Got it. That opener is catchy, but as you mentioned, it ties you only to Canva. Let's broaden it while keeping the energy and familiarity intact. Okay, so here are a few options that keep things catchy and reflect your expanded focus. Here it gave me 4 modified opener, okay, or kind of started the same way. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Ronnie, your go-to guy for mastering tools like Canva, AI, and more to grow your digital business. That's long, that's a bit generic. It becomes long and kind of uninteresting. Okay, second one, let's see. Hey creators, I'm Ronnie, your go-to guide for mastering tools like Canva, AI, and more to boost your digital business. Same thing, it sags, like this sentence kind of like start like, hey, what's up creators, I'm Ronnie. It goes like this. The and more is very vague as well, so don't really like that much. What's up guys, I'm Ronnie, here to help you unlock the power of tools like Canva, AI, and more to level up your digital business. So again, and more, very long. Then fourth, hey guys, I'm Ronnie, here to guide you through tools like Canva, AI, and beyond. Okay, so same thing. So my reaction to this was, okay, let's not criticize what it's done so far, but introduce some new angles. Okay, so I said, I would like to slowly introduce the notion of no BS teaching, and we have walked that path. Right? I want to focus on our experience and the fact that it's like no BS teaching. I'm not gonna sell you smoke here. Like it's just like practical, down to earth teaching. Okay, great. Let's weave in that no BS teaching and we've walked the path messaging into the pitch. Okay, so 4 new ones. What's up guys? I'm Ronnie. I've walked the path and I'm here to give you no BS guidance on tools like Canva, AI, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so a bunch of different things here. You can read them. I didn't really like them. So could we try to get closer to your go-to Canva guru? I really like how catchy it is. Maybe we can have something around no BS, short and sweet. Then the second part could start like, this channel is for you if or on this channel we So I'm trying to kind of steer back the conversation around, I need something catchy. So maybe something around the no BS. Absolutely. Let's keep the catchy go-to feel while adding the no BS element and then smoothly transition into what your channel offers. Here are a few ideas. This channel is for you if you're ready to grow your digital business with real actionable tips. No fluff, just straight up guidance from someone who've walked the path. Okay. Hey creators, I'm Ronnie, your no BS guide for unlocking tools like Canva, AI, and beyond. On this channel, we dive into the tools and strategies you need to grow your digital business. No shortcuts, just real insights from someone who's been there. What's up guys? I'm Ronnie, your no-nonsense guide for mastering creative tools like Canva, AI, and more. Now, this channel is for you if you want practical, actionable tips from someone who's built a digital business from the ground up. Okay, so none of these were working for me. They're too long. It doesn't sound like me. So I answered, not quite there. I like the go-to, I like the no BS guide, but I don't like no nonsense. And also that the sentence drags along in these cases, okay? So I'm trying to really pinpoint in my feedback what I like, what I don't like, okay? At the end of the day, ChatGPT is just a prediction model that is putting words together and just waiting to get your feedback so that it can continue going in one or the other direction. Never forget that. So it's important to give it proper feedback. So that's what I did here. I like this, I don't like this, okay? And then I kind of myself like cherry picked some of the stuff that I liked in all of these suggestions, and I asked it to help me refine this one. What's up everyone, Ronnie here, your no BS guide to navigate Canva and other AI tools. This channel is for you if you want practical, actionable tips from someone who's built a digital business from the ground up. Okay, so I'm here, I kind of like the information, but I want this to be more shiny, basically. So the answer, got it. Let's tighten that up and keep it sharp, which is exactly what I want. Here's a refined version based on what you like. What's up everyone, Ronnie here, your go-to no BS guide for mastering Canva and AI tools. This channel is for you if you are after real actionable tips from someone who's built a digital business from the ground up. And then it tells me this keeps the go-to and no BS element while making the sentence flow a bit smoother. How is this? And I liked it, but I feel like both go-to and no BS is too much. It says, Ronnie here, your go-to no BS guide. Go-to, no BS. It's like one or the other, but both, it feels like too much. It understood, gave me this new version. What's up everyone? Ronnie here, your no BS guide to mastering Canva and AI tools. This channel is for you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this way it's punchy, focused on the no BS aspect and keeps the flow tight. How is it? I said, okay, we got this one down. Next. All right, so we finally had our opener for YouTube, which I believe is good. What's up everyone? Ronnie here, your no BS guide to mastering Canva and AI tools. This channel is for you if you want practical, actionable tips from someone who's built a digital business from the ground up. So I'm giving viewers a reason to stick around, right? Like I'm telling viewers what they can expect from this channel. All right, it was time for me to move on to the next asset, the next messaging I was trying to create. That one was an important one, the YouTube channel description. So my prompt was this one. Let's go with the YouTube channel description. This is our current description. And I'm going to go straight to our YouTube channel to show you that description. Okay, so that's what comes right underneath your name right here next to your channel's logo. All right, so design with Canva and the description, learn how to use Canva to grow your business while having fun with Ronnie and Diana. We publish 2 new videos every week. Okay, so that's our current YouTube description. Now back to ChatGPT. So that was my prompt. I launched that. All right, since you are expanding beyond just Canva, we'll want to broaden this description while keeping the friendly, fun tone. Here are a few tweaks to reflect your updated content focus. So I like that because I'm writing everything in the same chat, ChatGPT remembers that I'm trying to expand the messaging beyond just teaching Canva. So I don't need to repeat that. It does know that from the previous context. So here are the 4 options. Unlock the power of creative tools like Canva, AI, and more with Ronnie and Diana. Whether you are a creator, entrepreneur, or freelancer, we've got practical tips to help you grow your digital business. No fluff, just real results. New videos every week. Okay, that's a bit formal. We kind of lose the fun aspect that we had in the original one. So option 2, join Ronnie and Diana as we dive into Canva, AI, and other tools to help creators and entrepreneurs grow their digital businesses. Get no BS actionable tips twice a week to turn your creativity into success. It's weird. Option 3, learn how to master tools like Canva, AI, and more with Ronnie and Diana. We publish 2 new videos each week, giving you no BS actionable tips to build and grow your digital business. Now that is already better. So my reaction to that, I actually really like our current description. Could we stick to it as much as possible, just doing the necessary adjustment to reflect it's not just Canva? Absolutely. Here's a refined version of your current description to reflect the broader scope. Learn how to use Canva, AI, and other creative tools to grow your business business while having fun with Ronnie and Diana. We publish 2 new videos every week. So this actually is just the same as the original one, just added the extended focus. I said, this is good, but the problem now is that our channel is called Design with Canva. And I just sent that prompt. So I was trying to test what it would say as a branding coach, okay? Because that is a real issue we're dealing with. Our channel is called Design with Canva. So it kind of really puts us in the Canva box. And it's a good box to be in, but the box is also limiting when we create some other types of content, like this tutorial, for example, about ChatGPT, which I also love. So yeah, got it. Since your channel name is currently focused on Canva, it would be a good idea to tweak the name to reflect the broader range of tools you're teaching. Here are a few name ideas. Oh my God, I am scared of this. That maintain the creative vibe, but also encompass more than just Canva. Design with Ronnie and Diana, create with Ronnie and Diana, no, too generic. Creative tools with Ronnie and Diana, nah. Digital design hub, toolbox for creators. All right, so these options allow you to include Canva, blah, 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 blah. I answered, yikes. So I made ChatGPT laugh, ah, ha, ha, okay, I get it. Those didn't quite hit the mark. Let's rethink this in a way that stays true to your brand's personality while still expanding. How about these? Ronnie and Diana's Creative Toolkit, Digital Creators with Ronnie and Diana, Master the Tools with Ronnie and Diana, Creative Business with Ronnie and Diana from Canva to AI. Again, like I was not happy and I kind of understood there that we would not hit that name. And the only name that actually makes sense is to rebrand it Team Rondi. So I just said that, like, how about our brand, Team Rondi? Our handle is already at Team Rondi. Yes, Team Rondi would be a great choice for your channel's name. It reflects both of you and ties into your brand and allows flexibility as you expand beyond Canva. And that is really the key here. It allows us flexibility as we expand beyond creating content just about Canva. So you could go with something like Team Rondi, Creative Tools and Tips, Team Rondi, Mastering Canva, AI and more, Team Rondi, Build Your Creative Business, Team Rondi, Canva, AI and Digital Growth. So yeah, using Team Rondi keeps everything consistent with your broader brand while signaling that you're more than just a Canva expert. Okay, so my feedback, it's a bit scary. I'm afraid moving away from the keyword Canva in our channel's name will have negative SEO effects on YouTube. That's really the main reason why we have not made this change yet. To which ChatGPT said, totally understandable, since Canva is a major part of your content and likely a significant driver of SEO and discovery, you could take a hybrid approach. Keep Canva in the name while signaling you cover more tools. Here are some middle ground options. Team Rondi, Canva and Creative Tools. Canva and Beyond with Team Rondi. Team Rondi, Mastering Canva and more. I like this one. Ronnie and Diana, Canva, AI and Design. So I feel like these are too long. Give me more. Team Rondi, Canva and more. Team Rondi, Beyond Canva. Okay. So we could use Team Rondi as the channel name. So I got kind of like an epiphany there. I thought, okay, these are actually not bad. Like names like Team Rondi, Mastering Canva and more. I don't remember, but I know I kind of remixed everything here. So we could use Team Rondi as the channel's name and then add our tagline in the channel banner. So you see every YouTube channel has the name, but also a banner like the one we have here. And some YouTube creators use that banner to refine the value proposition, like refine the what type of content you will find here. So that's what I'm suggesting here. We could use Team Rondi as the channel's name and then add our tagline in the channel's banner, to which ChatGPT answered, that sounds like a solid plan. Using Team Rondi as a channel name gives you brand flexibility, and adding a tagline in the banner lets you clearly communicate that you cover more than just Canva. So for the banner tagline, you could try something like Master Canva, AI, and more with Ronnie and Diana. Your no BS guide to Canva, AI, and creative tools. Unlock Canva, AI, and digital tools for your business. So how does that sound? And there I kind of got it. Like I understood, okay, we got this. So here is my final answer for wrapping up the YouTube description bit. Great. Let me recap for YouTube. We have description, learn how to use Canva, AI, and other creative tools to grow your business while having fun with Ronnie and Diana. We publish 2 new videos every week. So this gives us a lot of information for people to, when they stumble upon our channel, decide, okay, this is for me. It gives me enough information for that decision to be made, okay, to subscribe. And in the banner, master Canva, AI, and more with, and then we'll have a visual of Team Ron D. So what we already have now, Team Ron D, where we explain the Ron is Ronnie and the D is Diana. So we would have this visual together with the tagline, maybe on this other side, the tagline, to which ChatGPT answered, that recap looks spot on. You've got a strong YouTube description and a clear, concise banner message that reflects your expanded focus. And then it asked me, what should we do next? It's like this never tired worker who is just ready and enthusiastic to keep working. So I gave it more work. So next was my Facebook page description. So I'm going to show you my current Facebook page and its description, which is quite short. Also important to mention that this page is not called Team Rondi, it's called Ronnie Hermosa. So it's my personal page, right? But I do share content that we create with Team Rondi, so tutorials mostly, and like milestones we are hitting with the business. So the current description goes like this. Learn with me, grow your online business, and live life on your own terms, okay? I love that description. It fitted me for a very long time. It still fits me. I like the live life on your own terms, but it's very suggestive, right? So coming back to our conversation here, I need a page description for my Facebook page. The page is currently called Ronnie Hermosa. So in my name, not the Team Rondi brand. And here is the current description. Learn with me, grow your online business, and live life on your own terms. So ChatGPT, got it. Since your Facebook page is under your name, let's keep it personal, but aligned with the broader scope of your content. Here's an updated version that reflects your expertise while still keeping it simple. Join Ronnie Hermosa as I help creators and entrepreneurs master tools like Canva, AI, and more to grow their digital businesses. Learn practical, no BS tips from someone who's built a business from the ground up and take control of your creative journey. Didn't really like that. It's very different from what I had previously. This keeps it personal and focused on you as the expert while expanding beyond just growing online business. So the first thing I noticed is that join Ronnie Hermosa. I think what it meant is just the name of the page, join the name of the page or join the page, but join Ronnie Hermosa as I help creators. So it's weird, see, because it's me. So I said, I really would like to speak in the first person. Otherwise, it doesn't feel personal. Got it. Here's a more personal first person version. Hi, I'm Ronnie Hermosa. I help creators and entrepreneurs like you master tools like Canva, AI, and more to grow your digital business. I share practical, no BS tips based on my own journey of building a business from the ground up. Let's take control of your creative journey together. So there is some good elements to your suggestion, but it's a bit long. And then here again, I come with, I like this, I don't like this. I like the short, learn with me, grow your online business, and live life on your own terms. So I like my previous description. Basically, that's what I'm telling here. How can we mix learn with me? I share practical, no BS tips based on my own entrepreneur journey of building a business from the ground up. So that was kind of a long shot. Okay, let's keep it short and personal while combining those two key elements. And so I have a revised one here. Learn with me as I share practical, no BS tips from my own journey of building a business from the ground up. Okay, so that was not bad, actually. To which I answered, okay, all the ingredients are present, but it needs more punch, okay? It needs to reflect me more. So ChatGPT, again, went to the drawing board and gave me this one. Learn with me as I share real, no BS tips from my own journey of building a business from the ground up. Together, we'll turn your ideas into action. And this, to be honest, was less good for me than the previous one. I don't like the last part, like together we'll turn your ideas into action. The beginning, learn with me as I share real, no BS tips, that was okay. Cut the last bit, I said. I don't like the as I share bit. So is there a more natural, flowy way of saying that? Okay, it gave me yet another trial. Okay, learn with me real no BS tips from my journey of building a business from the ground up. So I saw that we were kind of like going around in circle here and I needed to actually step up. So I made a suggestion. How about learn with me? I share real no BS tips from my journey of building a business from the ground up. To which it says, okay, it was kind of like, okay, let's just move on. That's perfect. It's personal, punchy, and straight to the point. Here is your final version. Learn with me. I share real no BS tips from my journey of building a business from the ground up. Is that okay with you? Like anything else you'd like to tweak? I say, okay, it only lacks the tools part. And it's true. Like if you read that, learn with me, I share no BS tips from my journey, it seems like I'm just like giving you advice on building a business, which is not what I'm doing. I'm mostly teaching people how to use tools to create a digital business, right? So, okay, it only lacks the tools part. Can you try to squeeze that in? So here is the revised version with the tools included. Learn with me. I share real no BS tips and tools from my journey of building a business from the ground up. To which I said, okay, you don't share tools. It says, I share real no BS tips and tools. And it's not correctly phrased, like you don't share tools. So I said that I don't share tools. I teach about tools. Okay, got it. Here's the refined version. Learn with me. I share real no BS tips and teach the tools I use to build a business from the ground up. Okay, now this was good and I like that. So now we were getting somewhere. Like this sentence right here, learn with me, I share real no BS tips and teach the tools I use to build a business from the ground up. It describes pretty well what I do. The only thing that was missing is that what's in it for me. If I visit this page as someone who wants to learn, what's in it for me? What am I getting out of this? So I tried to express that with this last prompt. Now, we need to position that from the viewer's perspective. Okay, the viewer's perspective. Why should I follow this guy, right? So here's a revised version that focuses on the value for the viewer. Learn with me, get real no BS tips, and master the tools you need to build your business from the ground up, just like I did. Now, this is much better because we are talking about building your business, not my business, right? So I said, it's better. How can we further smoothen this almost perfect description? Okay, so that's me just being a perfectionist, being very picky, and just trying to see maybe something even better comes out. I was really happy about this one already. So here is a smoother, more natural version. Learn with me, get real no BS tips, and master the tools to build your business from the ground up, just like I did. So this was great for me. I validated this one and said, okay, this is where we are, and then just repeated this one. And then I looked at my Facebook description and I realized, oh, I could probably add an emoji or two in the mix to make it even more visual and more fun. So I went back to the conversation and asked, okay, give me one or two emojis impactfully inserted at the right place in that same sentence. Now that we have nailed the sentence, the description, just sprinkle it with some emojis. And there you go. It gave me the sentence. So learn with me, get real no BS tips, light bulb emoji, and master the tools to build your digital business from the ground up, just like I did. Rocket emoji. So I believe we finally got to something that was very good and I decided to stick with it. Whew. Wow, you guys, are you still here? If you're still here, it means you thoroughly were interested in this process. You wanted that peek behind the scene of how I used ChatGPT as my branding coach. I personally think this exercise was very interesting. It gave me hope on how I could really gain productivity. I've got a brand new way to introduce myself in meetings. I have a new way to open my YouTube videos. I have a new YouTube channel description and a Facebook page description. And I like all of these brand assets. So I hope this was useful to you guys. Don't forget, we have a link in the description with all the prompts that I used in this conversation. There will be also a link to the actual conversation, the ChatGPT conversation, so you can just go back and read it again. And also we have some classes about ChatGPT on Skillshare. You'll find a link to these as well in the description if you enjoy what we've done here. You can also access the same classes via our membership, the join button, they're all in there. So that's it for today. I'm gonna leave you guys with this ChatGPT playlist right here where I show you other ways of going deep with ChatGPT.